Good morning, students. We are revising chapter number 1 and today's topic is functions of management. As you can see in the picture that there are total 5 functions and that too they are in a sequence. So we are starting with first function is planning, then organizing, third one is staffing, fourth function is directing and our last function is controlling. So we're going to understand the very first function, that is planning. Now, planning is futuristic in nature. Sitting in present, when we are setting out the goals for the future, it is known as planning. It is deciding in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, and when it is to be done. This all things comes under the category of planning. Coming to the second one, that is organizing. Now, organizing refers to the process of distributing resources, assigning duties, just leading to that of giving responsibility and authority. This will all be coming under the case of organizing. That means when we are giving duties to our employees and when we are grouping out the similar tasks, when we are distributing resources, when we are establishing authority or giving responsibility to someone, these all things will be coming under the category of organizing. Coming to the third function, that is staffing. Now, putting a right person on the right job is known as staffing. A person who is MBA in human resource will be given job under the human resource department. A person who is management expert in finance will be given a job in finance department. This is how when we are assigning a right job to the right person, that is known as staffing. Coming to the fourth function, that is directing. Now, directing refers to the process of leading, guiding, motivating and influencing the people at work so that they work for the achievement of the organizational goal. See, no employee work on their own, but when they are being guided, properly motivated, then they are just ready to achieve the goal, and this is known as your directing. Coming to the last function of management, that is controlling. Now, when we are measuring the actual performance of the employees with the expected or the planned performance, in order to find out the difference or we can say deviation so that corrective actions can be taken on time, this is known as controlling. For example, for any of the employee, I have just expected the performance say 80%. But when that person is giving actual performance of 70%, that means how much is the difference? It is minus 10%. Now, taking corrective actions on time to improve his performance up to 80%, that particular function is known as controlling. Now, all these functions are in a sequential manner, or we can say they are continuous in nature. As soon as you are completing with your last function, that is controlling, you again start back with the planning for the next session. That is why as long as the organization will going to run, these particular functions will also run in the cycle. At the end of the last function, again we'll start with the very first function. Now, next topic is levels of management. Levels of management, you can see in the picture, there are basically 3 levels of management: top level, middle level and lower level. You can also see that the direction of the authority is in a downward direction. That means authority always flows downwards. Orders, instructions are always flows in downward direction. Your superior can give orders to their subordinates. That means suppose principal can give instructions, orders to their teachers and students, but teachers and students cannot give directions to principal. That is why authority always flows downwards. Now, coming to that of responsibility. What do you mean by responsibility? Performing the task in a prescribed manner within the prescribed period of time is known as responsibility. दिए गए काम को निर्देशानुसार और समय पर करके बताना, that is known as your जिम्मेदारी. Now, responsibility always flows upwards. Okay, when we are completing work, we show to our boss or our immediate superior. That is why direction of responsibility is upwards. Okay, now coming to the very first level of management, that is top level. Now, who all comes in top level category? Your board of directors, managing director, chairperson, president, general manager, CEO, that is chief executive officer, CFO, that is chief financial officer, they all are the part of top level management. Now, what all are the functions of top level management? There are several departments in the organization, say finance, marketing, accounting. Coordinating the activities of all these departments is a function of top management. All the activities which are responsible for the welfare and survival of the organization is also taken by the top management. Third one, formulating overall organizational goals and objectives and strategies for the organization. Whatever goals, whatever objectives are there for the organization, these all are set by the top level. Next one, all the rules, regulations and instructions and policies are also designed by the top level. Whatever resources are required by the top level, these are also being assembled by the top level only. Next one is the performance of the whole organization is also being controlled and monitored by the top level. Coming to the second level, that is middle level. Now, who all comes in middle level? Your all the functional managers, say production manager, finance manager, accounts manager, all the factory in charges, superintendents, operational managers, they will all be coming under the case of middle level management. Now, what all functions are performed by middle level? First one, they act as a link between lower level and top level. Whatever things top level have to communicate to lower level, it is all through middle level. Whatever lower level has to communicate to top level, it is all with the help of middle level. So, middle level act as a linking pin between top level and lower level. Now, who all make policies and goals? Top level. But actually, interpretation and implementation of those policies, those goals, those objectives is actually done by the middle level. Coming to the third function, that is middle level also motivates lower level to perform their best. That means whenever lower level is finding any sort of demotivation at that time, middle level motivates them to give their best to the organization. Coming to the next level, that is lower level. Now, who all comes under the lower level? Supervisors, inspectors, foremen, they will all be coming under the category of lower level of management. Okay. Now, they are all those persons who are keeping an eye upon the workers that whether they are performing in a proper manner or not. So, if we are going to see the functions of lower level now, lower level manager ensures that workers are producing quality output. Second, they are following safety norms of the factory in a proper manner. Third one, they also represent workers' problems, grievances to the top level. Okay. Proper lighting is there or not, proper ventilation is there or not, orderliness is there or not, other facilities are there or not at the workplace, it is also being ensured by the lower level. Next one, maintaining discipline at the workplace is also the function of lower level. Okay, they also helps the workers in providing training to them. And last one, they also boost the morale of workers and encourage them to have a team spirit and work with their proper zeal. So today we have completed with our two topics, that is functions of management and levels of management. In the next video, we're going to understand significance or importance of management.